now. And my advice is, I've actually said to help you, I've just told you what it is. I've identified. So you've got examples to start. All right. And then when you go to your group, okay, so here, all right, you've got instructions. It's the same for everyone. And I've just said the type of information you've got, and you need to use the examples from the Swinburne Harvard website on page 1 of the document, and page 1 and 2 actually, and format this information the same way. Okay, so if it's online, the view date, just put the date for today. Okay, but you'll need to be very careful with capitalization, punctuation, spelling, what is in italics and what is not, title caps versus sentence caps, and page numbers and spacing and so on. Okay, so, and when you've done this, we'll just go through the answers together. Does this make sense? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so, and what I would recommend, and this is what I do when I have to format something, even though I've been doing it with Swinburne since '99, I still copy the example next to the information you want to format in a reference list, because then it's easier. They're next to each other, so you can refer to it much more easily. Does that make sense? So just, you don't have to, but I think it helps. It's much faster when you do it that way. Okay, so in your groups, if you could do this, it shouldn't take you long because there's only one particular reference for you to do. And remember, you can't really use an online tool because the standard Harvard version is not the same as the Swinburne Harvard. Okay, so you basically have to follow the guidelines from the Swinburne referencing page, which is the examples I've provided in page 1 and 2 of this document. Is everyone clear about what I'd like you to do?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So how about 10 minutes do you think you need per group? Till about, let's say 53?
Just give me 1 minute. I'm just fixing up the groups.
Oh, okay.
There
So
are
I'll
6
give you, yeah, that's fine. So I'll give you 10 minutes once the groups are ready till about 8:55, which is plenty, I think, because there's several of you in groups anyway. Sorry, Ashley, I should have asked.
To do the referencing on the shared document or the one that has been sent?
Yeah, you can do, if you could do it in the shared document, that would be awesome. If you can't, because you don't have access to it, just email me your, because I know one group can't access it. Just send me what you've got and I'll copy it in the shared document for us to look at together when you're finished.
Okay, no problem. Thanks.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, sorry, because that wasn't part of the plan. I thought everyone was going to be able to access the document. Some that noise.
Kevin, maybe.
That's right. Construction.
Oh, of course. You're at work.
Sorry, nah, they're building a house next to our house.
Oh, next to you. Oh, okay, yeah.
I'll just mute it. Sorry.
Sorry, Ashley, which group?
It's the same groups as your presentation groups.
I'm just about to start the groups for
Yeah.
him.
Okay.
Always one step ahead.
Sorry, Ash. I don't think you can create groups before you start the session anyway, right? So.
No, not like breakout rooms. All right, you guys should be all disappearing now.
Yeah, it's the same for all software. Okay, thanks. All right, so they've got 10 minutes.
Yep.
Okay. Would have been much easier in Collaborate, but yeah, it's just a bit of a saga, isn't it? Not being able to access it, but it's kind of weird too because someone is waiting in the lobby.
Of course.
Someone was late.
Talkman's never late.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Did you have, I don't, who's talking? I can't even see. Mohammed, have you received my email, and can you access the document that I've shared?
Yep.
Awesome. So can you, and you need to go to in the breakout room that has your presentation group, the same group number, please.
I don't.
So I think it is similar to mine. Hi, everyone. This is Sandra.
Oh, okay. Hi, Sandra. Can you access my file as well, the shared one?
So how can we join the room?
I put you in before. It says you are in there with Kevin.
Same group as your presentations.
I am saying, like in the screen, it's on hold. 1 minute. I am still on hold.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe what I'll do is I think she's gone now.
I've just realized, Ashley, you're speaking, but on my screen it says you're muted. Oh.
Well,
typical glitch on Teams. Yeah.
All right, Abdul Nasser, I need to move you.
They might need more than 10 minutes, eh?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. You're not. Sorry, have you set up the room to move them back into the main room or not?
I'll do it when the time.
Okay,
I haven't timed it,
yeah.
but
yeah, good. It's better.
You can just track it on the shared document anyway, right?
Yeah. I've got it on my tablet. Well, I'm looking at two computers because it's easier.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yes, I missed that.
But because some of them don't have access to it, and I've asked them to copy the first 2 pages as well. So yeah, I can have a look and see. At the moment, I can't see any movement.
I can add you to any.
Oh yeah, I can see someone is.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. I'll let them do it because it's a bit. It's just too much. Sorry, I just like. Yeah. If I had 2 hours, it would be easier. But what I'll do is I'll share. I've got a document that when do they finish next week? Is that right?
No, they're finishing today.
Okay, so.
If you want to spend a little bit of extra time, the only thing I was going to do between now and 9:30 and 10:30 was we're just going to do a couple of presentation run-throughs. So if you do need to go over time, it's fine.
Yeah, but I've got a meeting at 9:30, so I can't really do that. But what I was planning to do is I usually add resources in the shells of the units they're enrolled in anyway. So I can even email them. I've got the email addresses anyway, so I can send them the answers if we run out of time.
Sure.
I wanted to start. You haven't done any of that with them, right? Based on what you told me last time we spoke.
Referencing?
Like this formatting the reference lists. You
just
did paraphrasing. Yeah, because they had quite a few issues with that in the previous cohort in their assignments with the formatting. And with in-text referencing, I've got a document that shows them how to do it. But I'll talk to Adam because I might be able to get them to practice in-text referencing. I don't know, but you've done that with them anyway, right? So technically, they should know about it.
Yeah, but you know what students are like; they always need a bit of extra.
Yeah, I know.
Time.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see how they go. Gosh. There's someone waiting in the lobby. I don't know if I can. Hi, Ayman? Can you hear me? You're on mute. I let someone in, Ashley, but there's someone called SA who is on hold.
I think she's all right. I think she's all right.
That's Sandra.
Yeah, she would have communicated if she wasn't in the room, I suspect. So
Okay. And
I
then
will move.
I don't know if I'm okay, great. Thanks for that, because I don't know if I can do it.
Yep, that's right. I've moved him.
No one has emailed me. No more. I mean, no one else has emailed me saying they couldn't access the document. So hopefully they're okay.
Sorry, I just joined one of the groups because they had a question. But yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Is everyone okay?
Looks like it. They're making good progress from what I could see.
Okay, good. Okay, so because I can't, I'm just looking now. So I might have to refresh. Hang on a sec. Okay, I can see some things have been done, but not quite. Yeah, so this is, yeah. I might give them some more to do, you know, because I know I spent so much time helping some last year, even early this year. Okay, it's telling me that technically they're finishing now, but they're not finished from looking at what they've done. 5 haven't, maybe 5 don't have access to the live document, and 4, I can only see 6 has done something for now. So they're definitely not.
Yep. So one group
Yeah, go ahead.
telling one group to put it on the
Can you
shared
hear me?
document. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Okay. Okay. I might end up, depending on the amount of time, because I would like them to work on the paraphrasing activity, just have a look at this quickly afterwards, maybe, just so, because I'm just looking at. I always worry I'm not gonna have enough content for classes, and I always end up having way too much, but I prefer that than running out of things to do, so. Let's see if I can. Okay, group 2 is on doing good progress. I can't remember where I saw this one. One sec.
Hey.
How are they going? Sorry, I'm looking for where they can. Sorry, there's one book which is not on the database, and I can't remember where I found it. Still, it doesn't matter. I'll just say that it's ProQuest as an example. Okay.
Uh, okay, I'm a no. I need to move him into group 5.
Yeah, sorry.
Everyone going? I'm just making comments as I go.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, group 3, Frederick will need a little, but yeah, they're just a little bit behind. They had a problem before, but it's all good now.
Yeah, I'm looking at what they're putting in and writing comments, so that's fine. Okay, let me see. Wow, this is good. Okay, so let me just see. I just have to check one thing. That's good. They're doing okay.
Yep.
They didn't have any of that last year, so they were thrown into the deep end. So much better now. It was the first time we were running the program, so let me just check. Oh, this is one. I forgot to put an example of a blog and one of. I'll just hang on a sec.
Sorry, Ashley. I left the group by mistake. So
We meet again in the lobby, Mohammed Said.
sorry for this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're a big fan of the virtual hotel lobby room.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Sorry, I can't even. There's something wrong. I can't save my changes. This is crazy. Hang on a sec. I'm taking screenshots. I've had quite a few problems with OneDrive, so I'm just taking screenshots of evidence.
Ashley, am I gonna go back to my
To
team?
your group?
Yep. I'm working on it.
Yeah, it's all right. Thanks. I'm enjoying your company anyway.
Thank you. It's very nice of you to say.
Yeah. correlation?
How's everyone going?
They won't be able to hear you because they're in their groups. Do you want me to message them?
Yeah, I've been looking at what they're doing, but I can't see it all. So, but it's actually, I know they've already done paraphrasing with you anyway, so at least they've covered that. And I'll think of, you know, a way, maybe, I don't know if I can give them homework, or maybe they can do it another time, because depending on the time, because I don't think we're going to have much time to do the other one.
Do you want me to bring them back so you can start the other one?
Yeah, what do you think? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, that's a good idea. At least they'll have a bit of time to do that. Yeah, good idea.
Okay.
Thank you.
Maybe I'll give them, let's give them 1 minute to finish, and then I'll bring them back at 10 past.
And what I'll do is I'll just post the correct ones after, and at least they can get started with the second activity. Thanks for that.
No worries.
The other one, I'm not asking them to write. I just want them to think of phrases to go through that process. So, okay.
All right, I'm bringing them back now.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Welcome.
Can you see my screen with activity, the second activity?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, how are you going?
Hi again. Good. Thank you.
I always, you know, underestimate how much time it takes to do things when people haven't done it before. So, but that's okay. What I'll do is I've tried to give feedback to some groups, the ones whose work I could see, but the others, if you could just send it to me and just tell me what group you're in, I can just, I'll send all the answers for everybody to see, okay, after. Because what I'd like to do now, and because we've only got 20 minutes, is get started on the next activity, which you want to see. And this is just to help you with strategies on to paraphrase quotes. And I know you've done some of that with Ashley already, but Adam asked me to also do some with you. So so what I've got some instructions there, and you've all got the document. So it's just to get you started to think about how you would paraphrase the quotes that I've put there, direct quotes, into your own words. So you already know, what do you need to do normally when you want to paraphrase? What are you going to do? Can someone tell me?
Yeah, we should use our own
Can you remember
words, yeah?
from what you've done with Ashley?
Yeah, we should use our own words, yeah?
Anyone?
Using our own word and maintain the original idea.
And it has to be summed up, so in abbreviated version.
Can you hear me? So
Yes.
what can you do to paraphrase? What are strategies you've learned to use?
We can hear you, but I don't think you can hear us.
Anyone?
Ashley, can you hear us?
I can, yes.
Yeah, she can't
Yeah,
hear.
you need to use your
I
own
think-
words. Exactly. Yeah, you need to keep the original idea, but use your own words. Sorry, this is. So how do you paraphrase? What do you do when you paraphrase? Can you give me examples of what you can do?
Sorry, when you are trying to paraphrase anything, you have first to understand the idea. What's the topic about? Don't go directly to the paraphrasing.
Yep.
So once you digest that idea and you have a full understanding of it, just try to use your words and maintain the same content and ideas.
Yeah. All right, but how are you going to do that? What do you do?
Either we change the word to.
Yeah. How do you do that?
By use acronyms. Using like. Sorry, not acronyms. Synonyms.
Synonyms. Yes.
Or
using synonyms. What else can you do?
Changing grammar. Like use.
Yep. Changing the grammar.
Phrases like. Yep.
Like different phrases that mean the same
different
thing. Yeah.
Phrases, yep.
Yeah. So that means you can change also from like if you've got a verb, you can change to a noun. So that means you could have like a sentence starting with a noun in the passive voice instead of having an active voice with a verb. So you can, but of course you need to be careful because it's related to both grammar and vocabulary. So you need to check that the words you use exist, you know, like maybe there's a verb and a noun, but there's no adjective, for example, for whatever you want to change. So you need to think about the word forms, and also you need to think about the meaning. Be sure that the synonym you choose obviously will be okay in the context that you want to use it. So you can't randomly pick synonyms, which is really important. Okay, so, and then of course you can change the word order in your sentence, which is also part of going from the active to the passive voice or vice versa. Yeah. So so each group, I know we've only got 15 minutes, but you can still get started in the live document if you can. Otherwise, if you can't access the live document and you've saved the copy I've sent you, because we've only got 15 minutes, I can go slightly over time, but I've got a meeting, so I can't go too late. And I know you're doing some work with Ashley as well. So start looking at what I've put in your group and think of what words you could change that mean the same, that would be okay in that context. And I've included the link to the actual article and the page number as well, so that you can see. Okay, and I will send you the first activity you've just done. I will send that to you by email. Sorry, by email. Sorry, because we don't have the time to go through the answers together. Okay, so do you want to try to do that in your groups, in breakout rooms?
Yep.
Rahim, why did you put that in there?
You're on mute.
Okay. Yeah, no. This is not what I'm asking you. Oh, is that the last one that you've just done, you mean, for the referencing for the previous activity?
Rahim, you're on mute.
Rahim, okay. I'll just copy that in the document.
Yes.
Sorry. I was wondering what that was about. Sorry. I'll just add it to the document. But can you, in the meantime, if you could just go to the second activity on paraphrasing, that would be really good.
Yeah, I'm about to finish.
So I'll just put it up there.
Thank you. Okay.
So go back to the same group.
Yeah.
And then look at the direct quote that I've put there for your group and see how you can paraphrase it. You don't have to paraphrase it as such. You just need to think of words, alternative words and structures that you could use instead. That's all I'm asking you to do, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Ashley, are we group 1 or 2?
Khulud, you are group 2.
Yeah, thank you.
We're group 1, right?
All right, it doesn't matter if I'm a bit late for the meeting. At least they can get started with that and I can see what they're doing. I'll let them know that I'll be a bit late.
Did you want them to work on this individually, or did you want me to put them back in their groups?
No, groups. Yeah, they should be in their groups again. Yeah, it's in their groups. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I've written that. Yeah, I told them, but maybe it's a bit hard like this because I can't even see them. So I'm just gonna let my team know that I'll be a bit late for the meeting. It doesn't matter.
Cool. Sounds good.
But I don't want to take over too much of your time anyway.
That's fine. They're just doing practice presentations anyway, so.
Okay.
They're a bit like me. They're pretty tired from a whole year of staring at computer screens.
Yeah, well, yeah. Tell me about it. Yeah, it's pretty dreary, isn't it? It's just like, yeah. I've never spent so much time looking at a computer screen, either developing resources or, in meetings with students and staff. It really takes it out on you compared to being face to face.
Yep. Cool. So they should start putting through some answers soon, I think, which is good.
Yeah, we used to do this at well, I don't know what the levels are like now, but when it was EAP4 and EAP5, is it still called EAP4 and EAP5?
Yeah.
Or is it? Oh, it hasn't been rebranded.
Yeah. No, it hasn't been rebranded. It's been.
It's a miracle, actually. There's been a few rebrandings.
When were you teaching Ellicott at Swinburne?
From 99 till 13 June, so for 14 years.
Yeah, right. So it's probably.
But there were changes after that. They were.
You should.
How long have you been there?
I got there at the start of 2018. And yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. No, so most people I've worked with have probably left. I don't think there would be people I know still. I think, yeah.
I mean, I've only been there for 4 years, and the changes have been very dramatic.
Yeah, well, they were. Well, that's how I ended up leaving. Actually, it started changing a fair bit in 2011, and then I heard, because I had former colleagues there for a long time, but pretty much all of them have left. Were you there under Kath Drew?
She was yes. Broadly
yeah, I know the story. I know this title. Yeah. So yeah, I know.
I mean, I didn't have any relationship with her other than fairly trivial conversations around the coffee machine, which I know she hated the coffee machine because it cost them too much money. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. No. I'm just trying to see, because I know there's been, but now most people I know have left, so I haven't really had many in stories.
Yeah. I don't know, I've been really, really lucky, and I've had full-time work the whole time. And
That's really lucky. Was Marie Hoy still there when you started? Yeah.
Yep.
So I know she's left now. So yeah.
I worked closely with her. Actually, it was good.
Yeah.
I miss her. We still talk a little bit.
And Sue Ralston has left recently, I think, as well.
She retired at the.
I think they were the only two.
start of this
And
year.
Katie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Katie still there?
No,
Katie.
her position was Katie McPhee.
Her
position was
she was
made
redundant.
Well, I actually have her position now.
Redundant.
Which was annoying because they made it available to everyone. Yeah, I know. I had a really good relationship with her as well, and then I got a job, and now I probably won't ever speak to her again. But that's the way. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not even. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real shame. But yeah, other than that, yeah, that's probably those guys had been there a long time.
Oh, so someone says they don't have access to the chat. Why is that? Hang on a sec. I'm just turning off my camera because I can't really hear.
They don't need the chat anyway because they need.
Yeah, we can hear you, but I think you can't hear us. Okay, we can't say anything.
Which student was this?
Secretive. I'm getting all these messages. David, Jukan, there's like 5 of them. It says they don't have access to the chat. Don't know why.
From David.
There's David, Fadi, Gada, Ahmed, Khulud as well, or Khalud, I'm not sure. Should be Khalud probably, or Khulud.
Khulud, yeah.
I can't see. I'm just refreshing. I can see cursors in the document, but I can't see. Hi, friend study. Oh, okay, so there's a few grammatical problems here, but ooh, spelling group 4.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Spelling's a thing with these
and
guys.
Grammar as well. Yeah, if there are many from Arabic speaking backgrounds as well.
Yeah. Usually the vocabulary is really good, but yeah, spelling.
Yes, usually vocab is really good, and they just need to review grammar, but spelling and often punctuation. But then it's the same with many native speakers when it comes to punctuation anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
Experience. Once they review the rules, they're okay. It's one of my pet peeves. Yeah, they're going to need a bit more time to do that, but that's okay. Maybe I could just ask them to finish that and send it to me by email.
Yeah, you could do that.
So, my question was, and I should know this, but I can't remember. When do they start the new program? Next Monday?
I think they've got the week off next week, and then the week after they start.
Yeah, because I'm not even in the shell yet, so.
Me either. I don't even know if the students are enrolled.
Yeah, no, I don't. Well, I'll talk to Adam later. I'll see.
Yeah, he always sort of says, it's a complicated process of enrollment, which is true, but you kind of need these students to have access to like Swinburne stuff, Outlook and Teams and Canvas, and the sooner they have access to that, like it just makes our jobs a lot better, a lot easier.
Yeah, well, if they start next week, normally they don't get access to the shells until the week before their course starts anyway, so that's not too surprising, but it's more the issue that they didn't have access with you, for example, for this particular unit, but
yeah.
But I still don't understand, because if it's about the fact that there's no assessment, we've got some things, I don't know, I mean, they're not really assessments either, and they're they're working and students self-enroll. So like Study Smarter Online, they should all be able, oh no, if they don't have a student ID number, they won't be able to enroll in that. But there's no assessments per se in there. So
yeah, I think some of them haven't
kind of
even,
weird.
I don't think, yeah, some of them haven't even got like the English language proficiency certifications ready or anything, because some of them have been asking me about those, and I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, well, I guess we'll soon find out.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to refresh my page to see what's happening. Do you happen to have a list of each group, like like their names or emails, or
I've got their names.
By group?
Yeah, I can send you
for each group. Yeah. Oh, if you could send that to me, that would be awesome, because then I'll send the feedback, for each section to each group instead.
Yep. All right.
That would be. It's not too urgent because I've got another workshop today and meetings, but that would be great.
No, I'll do that. I'll do that right now because it'll take about 20 seconds. So.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if Ellicott will recover now that things are starting to look a bit clearer with borders and things like that.
Well, I'm glad I'm not at Ellicott anymore, because it's pretty.
It's been a weird time.
It's always been bad. So Ellicott, very. I started Ellicott in '97, so, and I've never had job security. So.
Yeah.
So I'm glad, too stressful.
It is stressful, yeah.
Yeah, because even we used to just apply for our jobs like year in, year out. The whole time every 3 years when we were lucky. From 1999 to 14, imagine. No, 13, sorry.
Yeah, it's silly.
After a while. Okay. I can't see much progress for this one. There's only. Do you think we could just ask them to reconvene, and then I'll just ask them to send that to me or something like that?
Yeah.
Just because I'm looking, there's only one group that has done it that I can see, and it's done quite well actually. Group 2. There's despite spelling, but problems. But no, there's 2 groups actually who have done it.
They might start rolling in now.
But there's still a few issues. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm highlighting. Oops, sorry. Just like
Rahim Abdul
things I need to fix. Okay, so someone else has done it too. The citation is missing.
Ahmed Noor.
Please check your grammar and spelling and the citation. Yeah, I think they'll have to finish this. Okay.
Okay, I've sent you those groups.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Cool. So
Okay, group 4, 5 has finished. I'm just putting some comments, but I'll just tell them.
I can tell them if you
Yeah, I'll
like,
just
if
tell
you
them
need to go.
Yeah, okay. So
What do you want me to tell them?
if they could
I'll
just
make the
send
announcement
me,
now.
you know, their notes or the paraphrase. Yeah, and telling me, and
So can you please send your answers
and
to
then just
Frederic?
tell me what group they're in, like in the subject email, like group 1, group 2, or whatever, the ones who haven't put it in the live document. I've actually added a few comments to 2 because they're missing the citation in brackets, and one needs to, yeah.
Okay. So I said,
Stating their group
can you
in
please
the
send your
email.
answers, Frederic,
Yeah, with the
via
citation
email?
information. Thanks a lot.
Yep. She will provide. Okay.
Thank you so much for your help with
Sorry.
all the especially with all the technical issues that I wasn't planning with accessing the document. Yeah, thanks a lot, Ashley. Much appreciated.
No worries.
Okay, thank you. See you.
Bye
I
bye.
don't know are they back in the room? No, not yet.
No, they're not. They're not. Do you want me to bring them back, or you can just
Bye. Say goodbye to them.
I will. No worries.
Yeah, or are they having a break now? Just say goodbye for me. That's all.
I'll do that for you.
Thanks a lot. Cheerio.
Cheers. Speak soon.
Got one.
Hi again, Ashley.
Hello. Cool.
Hi again, everyone.
All right. Because you guys have sent your work to Frederic, you guys can go on a 10-minute break. Then at 10 o'clock, I will give you some time to practice your presentations. And then we will have a half an hour break from 10:30 till 11. And then at 11, we will begin the presentations.
So,
thanks.
yeah. So our presentation will be the first or second or third. The
I've
dream
already
team.
done. I already did the timetable.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mm.
Turkman has told me some information.
That's a good sign that you were fully focused with Ash last session.
Yes. That's a good indication that Mohammed Said is listening to me.
Yeah, seriously, I was listening to everyone.
It's hard to listen to everybody, isn't it? Yeah. But you could just listen to me. But yeah, that's fine. So come back in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
So 10 minutes break. Sorry, Ash.
Sounds like Rahim is also not listening to me. Go and get a cup of coffee and you can have a 10-minute break. Now.
Okay. See you guys.
Okay. See you soon.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nice, nice.
Good to
Hi, Ashley.
All right. Cool, guys. So what we will do now is I'll put you in your groups and I want you to practice going through your presentations.
Yep.
Right. A little bit of a trial run. We'll do that for about half an hour and then we'll have a break. Okay. And then we will begin. Cool. Any questions?
Thanks, Ashley.
How exciting. Okay, I'm going to open the rooms now. So try to use this time effectively to get rid of any nerves and to practice transitioning between group members, sharing screens, things like that. And of course, if you have any questions, please let me know.
What? What?
What happened? Yeah, we back. Yeah.
We back to the mini group?
I shouldn't be in this group.
All right. Relax.
Hello?
It's okay.
Actually, I don't
It's
know.
okay. God bless America.
Yes. God bless America. That's the strangest thing I've heard this entire
Very
course.
random.
Yeah, this.
Yeah. I don't know who said that, but it was very random, yes.
Can't even connect to my tablet because my traffic light for the VPN has disappeared. So like I can't even get onto Drive.
Ashley,
Yes, I'm Anur.
I don't know what happened. My screen just cracked.
Can you please help me set my VPN?
Send me to group 5, please.
I can't do a single.
I will happily do that for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, Anne.
I'm on mute.
Morning, everyone.
Hey, Joel. How are you?
Good, Adam. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Beautiful day out there.
Yes, it is. Got out this morning for a run, early morning, so it was a good way
Oh,
to start the day. Yep.
You're just showing off now. Yeah. It would have been a great running conditions, nice and cool.
Yeah, it was a nice crisp morning, so tends to warm up shortly after I finish, so it's a good time to do it early morning.
Yeah. Are you just running running streets, or is there a particular nice sort of path or anything?
Just along the Barwon River. So yes, do a couple of loops, particular parts of the river. So it's a nice scenery too.
And you'd have the rowing teams there for company, I'd imagine, at that time of the morning.
Yeah, yep. There are definitely rowing quicker than I'm running, so it's good viewing.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, hi everyone.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Joe. Hi, Adam.
Hi.
Hi Adam, hi Joy, hi all, hi Anne.
Good to see everyone.
Hi, Joe. Hi, Adam.
Hi.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
So how was the presentation this morning?
Great.
It's good.
Was Frederic great?
It was with Frederic.
Is that the end of that conversation? I think you need to go back to GE1, Ashley.
No, they're just trying to, keep it real before their presentations. Not use any unnecessary conversational energy.
I am excited to see them because last week, all of these people told me my presentation was terrible. So I look forward to seeing all your presentations. Better than mine.
Look, from some of the ones that have been sent to me, I've been very impressed with their content and with their aesthetic qualities as well. Let's see how well they responded to my feedback. I'm tipping very well. Right.
Ashley, just before we start, I've got a couple of comments I'd just like to make on presentations generally, and Anne may have something as well to add to that.
Yep.
Sure. So just let me know when you think everybody's in, and then we can make a start.
Yeah. So there was so project group 1, which is Milad, Sandra, and Kevin, and Haifa. That will just be I didn't see Milad in the morning class, and Haifa is recovering from some surgery, so it will just be those two.
Okay.
So as far as I'm aware, we're down to 17 students. So if I take,
I think that everyone's here. Sorry?
Was that Sandra?
Yeah, sorry, Anne, you were, sorry for interrupting. I was just commenting on Ashley's point. Milad will be here, but as you give our group the time to be last group, so he will make sure to be here before 12:30. So you give us as a Wednesday to be last group.
Well, yeah, I'm sure we can be as flexible as possible with regards to that. Adam, you've got the group timetable. right?
I have. I've got it here in front of me. Thanks, Ashley. Yep. So we're looking at 12:15, but I wouldn't mind betting that maybe stretches out a little bit as well.
So hopefully, so 12:15 is our group, Adam. So I will make sure with Milad, I can chat with him now. So is it 12:15 for us? Not first group, right?
Yeah, 12:15 for you, Sandra. So that'd be great if you could let him know.
Absolutely. I will let Milad know. Thank you so much, Adam and Ashley.
No, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, plus...
According to this, it's Gada, Mustafa, and Metlub, or Milad, who aren't here. So three people not here.
I am here.
I can
Mustafa.
just under maybe just under a different name.
Okay. Don't worry, Mustafa. I know you're here. I can see you. You're looking at me.
Maybe just 2 different email addresses.
Yes.
But other than that, so looks like everyone who is here, who should be here, is here.
Yes, yes, yes. So Milad and Haifa would make 19, but we've got 17 students. So I think if people are ready and prepared and willing, we can begin.
Yeah, that's great, Ashley. And I think I just saw Angela's name pop up as well. So Angela, welcome along as well.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. I'm excited to see these presentations.
No, that's good. So I just want to say, make a couple of comments about presentations. They say that presenting in public is one of the biggest fears that we have as people. But what I can tell you is that when I was 17, just a few years ago, I was terrified of presenting in public. But over the years, I did more and more of this, and eventually was offered the presidency of a social club and had to speak in public every 2 weeks for around about 3 years. So I guess what I've learned about this whole thing is that none of us are specifically poor speakers or good speakers. And these are all generally learned skills. And just like anything else, when we develop skills, the more we do, the better we get at it. And I've realized that frequency of speaking is really, really important. The other thing that's really important is this: if you can get somebody who you trust to give you feedback if you're doing a presentation, is really very useful indeed. And that's really what we're doing here. You're amongst friends, so this is a low risk environment. You know, it doesn't matter. You're not getting marked for this. Nobody's going to promote you or demote you because of this. This is just an example or an opportunity for you to try out some of these skills in terms of presentations in English. So the important thing here is that in your professional life, take opportunities. If somebody says to you, could you do a presentation in this? The answer is always yes. And in meetings, what I say to people is that force yourself to make a contribution in every meeting you're in, just to give you the practice of interjecting into a meeting and offering your opinions. You're smart, you're a smart bunch, so your opinions are worth having here. But I also know the importance of presentations and public speaking generally in your career advancement. So this thing we're doing today is actually really, really important. Not this particular instance of it here, but practicing and working on your professional presentations and public speaking is a really important thing to your career. And the better you get at it, the more opportunities you'll find to come your way. So that's really a little introduction to the whole thing. I'm going to pass over to Anne now. And the way we're going to work through this is the groups are going to speak. You've got 15 minutes each group. If you go on too long, I'm sure Ashley's got a bell or something like that. So we're going to let you know if you go on far too long. So try and keep it concise. And then we'll have a little bit of a debrief. We're not marking this thing, but just a debrief for people in the room, particularly Anne and myself, who are sort of the designated panel here, to give you some feedback. Anne, was there anything you wanted to say to the group before they kick off?
No, we actually, sorry, I've got an echo of myself. It's annoying. We were actually together last week and we talked a lot about presentations then. So we'll see if they learned from my mistakes. And I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone's work. So Ashley, you are our MC, I guess.
I am, but I have to go and get a glass of water. I'm sorry. I'm very nervous. Adam has the timetable, so can I handball this on to him so he can introduce the first group?
Sure. So without any further ado,
good
the
MC.
First group, which is group number 2, who comprise of Nabil, Garda, and Khalud. So that is the first group. So if that group would like to present to us, that'd be wonderful. And you've got around about 15 minutes to talk to us about your topic. So go ahead.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank
I
you.
will share my screen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Can you hear me?
That's very
Yep, I
good.
can. And you can see the screen.
Lovely. All good.
All good. Thank you. Okay. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our presentation. This presentation is a part of our English Bridging Unit, which is a part of EPIC program. Today, Nabil, Ghada, and me will be presenting to you a small samples overview on COVID-19 vaccination. This presentation is structured as follows: an introduction about the topic, aim, results discussion, and conclusion. At the moment, and as you know, the COVID-19 vaccine is the most common subject that everyone is concerned about. Depending on the current situation and the many opinions about getting the vaccine, this survey has been conducted. This investigation is based on the opinion of a group of 9 people. And the aim of this survey is to investigate people's opinion about COVID-19 vaccination. We obtained several results and opinion from 12 questions, which can be presented as follows. Of the participants in this survey, 11% were female and male, aged between 20 and 40 years old. 11% were female, aged between 40 and 70 years old. And 22% were male, aged between 40 and 70 years old. This is all from me. Now I will hand you over to my colleague, Ghada.
Thanks, hello. Hey everyone. Many people have concern about getting the vaccine. What percentage of people do you think consider having the vaccine? Feel free to write your answer in the chat. Our results showed that 98% of the participants consider having COVID-19 vaccine, whereas 11% would rather not have. 100% of the participants preferred Pfizer, while no one wanted AstraZeneca or Moderna. However, vaccine that is highly not preferred to be taken is AstraZeneca. 55% of the participants don't mind having any type of vaccine, while 45 have their concerns. 89% of the participants believe that the vaccine can protect themselves, their family, and society. However, 0% of the participants believe that the vaccine has not effect. 11% believe that it has side effects. 22% believe that it reduces symptoms and has side effect, and 67% it reduces symptoms. As you can see in this slide, 66% of the participants had their concern about the risk of the vaccine, such as the vaccine is inefficient, future side effects, and infertility. The result showed that 68% of the participants not agreed that the vaccine should be compulsory. This is all from my side. I will hand over to Nabil.
Thank you, Ghada. Thank you, Khulud. About the other ways that we can protect ourselves, the participants believe that there are other ways to protect themselves and the community from COVID-19 effects. For example, 23% of them said that mask and social distancing could help. 11% believe that health food routines could protect from the virus effect, while the same percentage of them believe the opposite. This chart shows that 70% of the participants affected by social media. On the other hand, 30% not affected. 78% of participants know a number of people between 0 and 25 who have received the vaccine, and 11% of them know between 25 and 50 people who have been vaccinated. To conclude, we can say it is clear from the survey results that people who are concerned about getting the vaccine are less than those who agree having the vaccine. And young people aged between 20 and 40 years have more concerns regarding the future side effects of the vaccine. Thank you for your listening to our presentation, and we are happy to answer your questions. So thanks all.
Thank you all. Thanks all.
Thank you.
Okay, if you'd like to stop sharing the screen now, that'd be great.
Yep.
That was a great final image.
Yeah, it's easy.
I just have a question for slide number 6. I saw the percentage on the pie chart is different from the dot point that you presented there. Could you please just go back to that?
And 11. I will share the screen. So it is 2040 male, 2040 male, and male 4070, male 4070, and female 2040, female 2040, and female 4070, female 4070.
Because
the 50. Oh yeah, correct. Sorry. Yes, correct. Thank you for your comment.
Great, Nick.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Any other question? We are happy to answer.
Okay.
I have a question, and this is to the whole group. I'm interested on how you found the process of administering the survey and what your personal views are on the results that you got.
So, can I answer? Ghada, Nabil?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So we worked as a group, and we get like the help from Ashley. He was a great help for us, and like we didn't know like how to start, and he started by give us like an idea how to create the questions, and he was happy for us to pick the topic that we wanted to work on, and that's how we started the work on this survey, and we worked as a team, shared our ideas.
Yeah, we had many meetings with Khalud, Nabil, and we get fun in the meeting. So we teach Nabil many Iraqi words. So
the new language, new spelling.
Yeah, for Ghada and Nabil, I think this is the first time they do like this survey or presentation.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think it was a great opportunity to learn a new thing.
Yeah, to work together.
To work together.
Yeah. We there were a harmony between us, Yeah.
That's good to hear. All right, what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the panel. Now, you may be familiar with the voice television program and the big red chairs that they turn round, and the judges talk about some of the features of what's just gone on. So Anne and I just imagine us spinning around in our chairs and making some comments on the presentation you've just heard. So Anne, spinning around in your big red chair to comment on this group. What did you think?
She's not here.
Okay. Congratulations, team 2. I thought that was a really good presentation.
Thank you.
I really liked your title slide as well.
Oh,
it really caught my attention, and I thought, wow, what's this about? I like that. And your animations were great too. I really thought you did a great job on the PowerPoint. It was clear, easy to read, and you didn't make any of the mistakes I made. Remember last week? No, your graphs were used effectively as well. Easy to follow the data, and I thought you structured it really well. Can I just ask, was there, I don't know if I missed it, was there a question about how many people had already been vaccinated?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like how many people, like We know.
The participants, they know. Because they asked the participants how many people you know that's getting the vaccine.
All right, but was there a question about the participants? Have you already taken the vaccine?
No.
Okay, all right. No, I wasn't sure. I thought maybe I missed it, but I didn't. Okay, just curious. I thought maybe everyone was vaccinated because you are out in the workplace, so that's why I was kind of curious about that. But never mind, that's not important. Not important. What about you, Adam?
Yeah. Thanks, Anne. So I've got some things to commend you on and some things for next time. Firstly, I thought the clarity of the slides was very, very good indeed. And I thought the clarity of your English pronunciation and speaking was good. You didn't shy away around from more complicated words. And that was good to see you, testing yourself as far as your vocabulary went. So I really like the clarity of it. And I like the fact that you told us what you were going to tell us. You told us, and then you told us what you just told us. And that was really good. That's really good speechcraft. For next time, I thought there were a couple of little spelling mistakes and capitalizations in particular on the slides that next time you do this in the real workplace, perhaps you could address those to a little bit. I think there is something as well when you're presenting complex information. People need enough time to digest the content, and they can't do that in 10 seconds. It takes a little bit of time. So in a way, I would say if you were doing this in the workplace, you'd probably have more time, but just give time for people to appreciate the content and take it into their head. And that takes a little while. And when you flick through slides very quickly, they lose that. But I think beautiful clarity and congratulations. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a nice piece of work. So well done, well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to go to the second group now, which is Rabi, Rasha, and Aziz, I think, which is group 6. So if somebody there would like to share the screen with us, we're ready to go. Thank you.
Hello.
Can you see my screen, guys?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Perfect. Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to say thank you for coming today to listen to our presentation. I would like also to thank my group members for the amazing work that they put in to make sure this presentation looks perfect, more engaging, and more relevant to our own experience. Life in Australia for new arrivals. Before I jump into the presentation, I have a question for all cadets. Why Australia? Why isn't it New Zealand? Why isn't it the United Kingdom? Why isn't it Canada? Why Australia?
Yeah, why not New Zealand, you guys?
We can't go there. There's not good weather there.
Warmer here.
Just before you answer the question, I just want you actually to keep that answer for yourself right now, and I will jump actually to the introduction. Thousands of people used to move to Australia every single year before COVID hit the world, and yet people are still very keen to come to Australia for different reasons. Once the government opens the borders again, there are several reasons for people to leave their home countries and move to Australia. Education could be one of the examples or one of the reasons. Safety, employment, and of course, better lifestyle. Nevertheless, many new arrivals face different challenges when they move to Australia, and that could lead sometimes to different levels of frustration and disappointment. The objectives and the methodology. So the objectives of our survey are collecting data about new arrivals' experience, analyzing and evaluating the main challenges for new arrivals, providing the results to allow for better understanding of the new arrivals' experience. The methodology, a survey of 10 questions was prepared by the group members to collect and evaluate the experience of EPIC cadets. Questions were mainly focusing on demography, challenges, and level of satisfaction. That's all for me. I will hand you right now to Rabi.
Hi, everyone. Now we will discuss the data that we've obtained. First of all, regarding the demography of our participants, nearly half of our participants were over between the ages of 30 and 50, and the other half under the age of 30, with no participants being over the age of 50 years old. It was also noticeable that only 30% of the participants were females. Moving to the next slide, we noticed that 60% of our participants were new arrivals in Australia, having lived here for less than 5 years, with only 10% of the participants having lived in Australia for over 10 years. In the next slide, that relates to our question that we asked the participants in regards to why they moved to Australia, their satisfaction of living here, and what the most positive changes were for them. An overwhelming 90% of the participants expressed that they were happy to be living here, with only 10% expressing that they were neutral. The group that indicated that they were neutral regarding their satisfaction of living here were here for the purpose of studying. When we asked those participants what was the most positive change, 60% expressed that it was liberty and safety, which is consistent with 60% of the participants having moved here for the purpose of seeking asylum. Other positive changes were career opportunities and lifestyle. Moving next, we asked our participants what was the main challenges they faced after arriving here. 30% of them expressed challenges relating to lifestyle, with 70% indicating that it was employment. Now, when we looked closer into that 70%, and we asked those participants if they had a local qualification that related to their field, 28.5 indicated that yes, they did have the qualification, and over 70% indicated that did not have a qualification that related to their field. And finally, we asked our participants about their living choices, of why they chose the state that they're living at, which is in this case the state of Victoria. 50% of them indicated that the reason was family and friends, while other reasons were economy and education. And when we looked closer as where they preferred to live in the state itself, the majority expressed that they preferred living in the suburbs, while the regional areas and CBD were equally desirable. And from here, I'd hand you over to Rasha.
After asking these questions, which pose a concern for anyone intending to leave his country, we can confidently admit that Australia has been a suitable country to move in during the last 5 years, especially for those who are seeking asylum, where in this survey, most of them are happy and satisfied about their liberty and safety here. Even though finding a job is harder than other challenges, we noticed that it could be achieved without having any local qualifications. So in conclusion, this quick survey had shown that people's circumstances have a great impact on their choices when it comes to moving to a new country. It also had shown the high level of satisfaction and happiness for all the candidates living in Australia. So don't hesitate to choose Australia as a new land for you, where you can enjoy the diversity and multicultural life. Thanks for listening. Thanks for my team for their organized work. And we are here to answer any question. Rabi, Abdulaziz, and me, Rasha. Thanks.
So any questions for the group?
Wow.
Can you go back to the, I think, second slide where you mentioned about demographic information?
Sure.
Aziz, can you do so?
Yeah.
And yeah?
No, after.
Yep, this one.
One more.
Yep.
Yes. So I can see in about the age, it's indicating only one age group or what? Because there is a 0 next to it.
Now you've got actually the one which is between 18 and 30, and then after that between 30 and 50. So we have two, because all the candidates are within that range. So we have two categories. That's why you can see only, yeah, those two. The last one is, I can't see it here. But
Yeah, I think no females
over 50, yeah.
between 18 to 30. All females in our survey participants are between the age 30 to 50.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because guys, I really like your presentation. If you can go to slide 6. Sorry, yeah. Can you just tell me happy, neutral, and unhappy? And you have down the seeking asylum, work, studying. Can you please explain to me how to relate?
I will leave it to Rabi. Can you please explain that, please?
So what we did, whether it was this question or the question that that was asked before regarding the demographics, what's happening is that we're combining more than one question results into one chart. So the one that was for demographics, for example, it contained the answers to 2 questions, which was the age group and the gender. So like in the first question, you had red representing males and orange representing females. And in this question, in this chart, you have the color red in the first bar chart, which represents the people who are seeking asylum, orange work, and yellow studying. While at the same time, it's not just showing you that, it's also showing you where they stand. Are they happy? Are they neutral? Or are they unhappy? So that answers your question. So the color is meaning one thing, but then your place within the bar chart, that says, that expresses your level of satisfaction.
So basically, we were trying to combine 2 questions or 3 questions in one chart, just to minimize having a lot of charts instead of having that mini charts for each question. It's better. We thought that it's better to have like 2 questions or 3 questions in one chart, and we just try to explain that to you guys so you can understand it, why we actually having too many questions, or I mean like 2, 3 questions in one chart, so we can explain that through the graph that you are seeing right now on the slide.
Just about this, I mean, I have no issue with the right pie chart, but with the left one, it's a bit not really clear for me, because I can see the yellow color used in 2 different places. One is part of a happiness, and then it says they have natural feeling.
So basically, yeah, so Rabi was explaining that right now. He was saying that the color doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that happy or unhappy or neutral. It actually reflects the items down there, which is studying, work, and seeking asylum. So the red one is for seeking asylum. So those who are seeking asylum, you can see them in red, and 60% of them are happy. And then after that, you go to work, for example, which is the orange color, and you can see the range. It's actually between, you can say between 60 to 80%. They are happy. Those who came here just for the employment purpose. And then after that, for example, the last one, let's say studying. So studying is only about 20%, and you can see, or 10%, sorry. You can see it there. It's about so all of them 10% of them are happy, and about 10% as well are neutral. They are not happy, or they are not, well, they can't actually make up their minds. So they are in between. So the color, it's not about happy or not happy. The color is representing the item below the graph.
Thank you.
Can I paraphrase? So pretty much for the case of the people who are here for studying, we got 20%. Half of them are happy, half of them are neutral. That's why you're seeing it in 2 different places. Now, we can make 2 separate questions and charts, but we felt like if we go like that for 10 questions, well, like each question is like, we just put a bar chart or pie chart, and we're just representing one result. It would have gotten really boring, like over 10 questions. So what we did is we've combined results that were related to one another. So are you happy? Are you not? And why were you here in the first place? You get what I'm saying? It's like relating information.
Thank you.
Very good. Well, thank you for those comments. We're going to move to the panel now. So we're going to spin our big red chairs again, Anne, and tell us what you thought about group 6.
Amazing work, you guys. I thought your PowerPoint looked really good. I'm going to say that again and again and again. You guys did a great job on your PowerPoint. Abdulaziz, I thought you had really good pronunciation as well. You're really clear and easy to understand. And I really like the variety of graphs. I thought they looked really good and were pretty, for me, I having done a lot of presentations, I had good understanding of those graphs. I would say that some of the information on your PowerPoint was a bit dense, maybe too much writing. If I have to read a lot, then I'm not paying attention to you. So the idea is maybe rather than sentences, you just add notes. You just bullet point the key words rather than have a paragraph or lots of sentences. I thought your color was really good. You know, I'm a big fan of really colorful graphs, and I like a dark background. It's my preference. Just one thing though, this is not a criticism, just a note. Using red with your writing is not always a good idea, because red is a color that some people can't see very well. So you're better using a different color than red, just because it can be a problem for people who have colorblind problems. Do I have anything else? Oh, yes. Just one thing, you guys and the first group made this mistake. Sorry, can you pull up your graph one more time and show me the age groups?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you guys did this, and the first group I noticed did this, and I forgot to say anything. Your age groups are, what are they? They're 18 to 30 and 30 to 50. So if you're 30, which age group are you in? Both of them?
Yeah, you're right.
So that's a common mistake that I have made as well. It should really be 18 to 30, 31 to 30 to 50.
Yeah, we fixed it when we had the first chat, and we forgot to fix it.
Oh, that's
yeah.
It's an easy mistake to make, and sometimes you don't notice till someone says 30. You're like, oh.
Yeah, where
just
I go?
Yeah, so you guys did it, and I noticed it was the other group made the same thing as well. I just thought I'd mention it because it's a common mistake to do that, guys. And other than that, I have nothing to add. I thought it looked really good, really enjoyed it. I have to admit I'm a bit disappointed that everyone's coming to Australia and not New Zealand, but I guess I came to Australia, so I'm just part of that, right? Okay, no, guys, good job. Enjoyed that. Thanks. All right, Adam.
Yeah, thanks, Anne. And as I spent 30 years in New Zealand as well, so I'm pretty much in the same camp. I'm an immigrant too to Australia, as many of us are. Okay, my comments regarding this are that we make different steps as we try to speak and present. When we start out, what we do is we read words off a page. And when we're doing that, it makes us sound quite stilted because we're reading. What I loved about this group here is that they've got to the next stage, and there's a word called extemporaneousness. And that's a huge long word, but what it means is talking naturally, as I am to you now. I'm not reading from a list or anything like that. I'm talking naturally. What I loved about this group is that they got to the next level of presentation in that they were speaking words and not reading words. So I think there's a challenge there for everybody that's maybe not at the level of this group, and that is to wean yourself eventually off reading words into saying words. And there's a big difference there. Congratulations to this group for doing that. I love the opening. I thought the question was provocative, and I like that. I like a presentation to grab me at the start and suck me in, as it were. So that was really good. In terms of critique, one thing that I would say is that what we need to try and do, if it's at all possible, and this is extra for experts, is to try and stop filling those gaps with ers and ums, because they don't do anything, and believe that silence is golden. So even though it feels like half an hour and you've got to fill that gap with an and an or something like that, realize that just leaving a bit of space is okay. In terms of your speech craft. Awesome job, Group 6. Thank you very much for your presentation. That was nice to hear. We're going to move to Mohammed Syed, Abdul Nassar, and Rahim, which is Group 4. So would somebody like to share their screen and dive into the presentation? Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Abdul Nasser, you are muted, mate. You are muted, mate.
We can hear you, Abdul Nasser.
So I think he's not muted. He's facing technical issues.
Yeah, it looks like.
Just type it in for him in the chat.
Hello again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you. Oh.
Yep, we can hear you, Abdul Nasser.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
That's perfect.
Yeah, sorry for that. We had a small technical issue. I apologize.
That's all right.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Abdul. We are from group number 4, which is me, Abdul, Rahim, and Mohammed Farah. Today we'll be presenting our survey title, which is job satisfaction. We've chosen this topic because we believe achieving job satisfaction at the workplace is beneficial for both employees and the company. And we think it's a very important topic considering we are in this EPIC program, which is, so we are in the early stage of our career. So job satisfaction is essentially an important topic for us. All right, moving on. In this presentation, we'll be covering introduction, survey results, survey limitations, and conclusions. And the last part will be Q&A to give you questions. All right, to begin with, first, I would like to define job satisfaction. Job satisfaction can be defined as the status which the employee feels self-motivated, content, and overall happy with the workplace and overall tasks and duties. The main objective of our presentation is to examine the level of job satisfaction among the second group of EPIC program based on 2 factors, which are gender and age groups. So we mainly examine the results based on 2 main criteria, which is gender and age groups. Method of collecting data, we've used quantitative method survey. So we've had 10 multiple choice questions, 2 open-ended questions, and we've used a variety of questions that covered employee well-being, work-life balance, and workplace culture. Methods of analyzing the data, we've used pie and bar charts. And for the next section, which is the survey results, I'll pass it to my colleague, Mohammed.
Thank you, Abdul, for this, and thanks again for having us, everyone. In this section, we're going to break down the results of our survey, and we're going to start with breaking down the demographic information. And from this slide, we can see that we have two major factors in our survey, which is gender and age group. And in the gender, we have 2 females and 8 males. And in the age group, as you can see, we broke down the age group to 3 different age groups: under 30 and between 30 to 40 and over 40. And we can see that over 40 has 3 participants, and between the age group 30 to 40 we have 3, and the highest number goes to the under 30. And the next slide. In the next slide, we realize that in our survey that we have the overall job satisfaction belongs to the female, which is very impressive, although that they had a small number in our survey. And we realized that in the second slide that the overall satisfaction between all age groups, the highest number goes to over 40 years old, and under the age group between 30 to 40 and under 30 shares the same number of job satisfaction. And I'm gonna leave the floor for my colleague Rahim to carry on from there.
Yeah, thanks Abdel Nasser, and thanks Muhammad. Thanks all for having us today. So yes, as you saw, the overall level of satisfaction was belong to age group over 40 years old. However, this level of satisfaction for females was actually belong to the age group of females who are in their 30 to 40 years old. And females candidates show actually less satisfaction in the age group over 40 years old. This result for male candidates. For the male candidates, as you can see from the pie chart, actually female in over 40 years old indicated a high level of satisfactions, whereas in comparison to female candidates, male candidates in 30 to 40 years old actually indicated less level of satisfactions. After conducting the survey, we found out that the highest factors that attracted the highest level of satisfactions of our candidates were actually the flexibility of work in their workplace, plus friendly work environment, and the participant, they actually show the high level of satisfaction with the values and morals of their employers. However, the majority of participants show that their work in the workplace is not appreciated as they expected. And another items that actually located the low level of satisfactions among our candidates was learning and development pathway, which means the majority of participants believe that their employers does not have a proper methods or path for learning and development in the futures. Yeah, thank you. The Nasser?
Muhammad? No, Muhammad.
You're muted, mate.
Sorry, guys. In terms of survey limitations, we realized that we had many factors belonging to our survey limitation, and one of the limitation factor is the overall number of participants were very low, plus that the female participant are low compared to the male participant.
The final part. Thanks, Mohammed. final part, which is the conclusion. So after conducting the survey, we've realized that female employees are more satisfied than male. We've also realized that over 40 years old age group has the most level of job satisfaction. In terms of factors that we've considered in our survey, we've realized flexibility has the highest percentage of job satisfaction. On the other hand, work appreciation has the lowest percentage of job satisfaction. And this will conclude our presentation. Any questions?
Can I ask for you and also a few comments? Now, at the beginning, the aesthetics were pretty good. I really liked it. And it was a really nice touch to add the limitations. But I just have a few questions in regards to a few of the charts. So the ones relating to satisfaction.
Yeah,
if you can
the factors or?
So there was more than one. So there is one before this. So, but since you're on this one.
Yeah.
So the percentage, that's the percentage of what? So say when we're saying 90% flexibility.
So basically, we've and the reason how we got this percentage, we basically added all the participant values. So we converted the values into percentage, and then we realized based on all the participants, the flexibility has the highest number of factors.
So can I jump just to these questions? As you can see from the title of the graph, is indicating the highest and lowest factors of job satisfaction. So what we use in our survey, we use what we call it Likert scale, and to analyze the Likert scale, we calculate all answers that participant have put in the survey, and we found out that 90% of candidate of our answers showing that they are very happy with the flexibility of their work.
Oh, okay, that's yeah, that kind of explains it. That's good. Yeah. And the other one was the slides, like the previous slides to this.
The age group. Yeah.
So the age group and satisfaction. So where is satisfaction represented in on the graph?
So the percentage. So here, as you can see from the title of the slide, is level of satisfaction among males. So this slide is specifically related to the male candidates, which means 35% of those who are over 40 years old are satisfied, whereas people who or candidates who are in the age group of 30 to 40, they indicated only 31% of level of satisfactions.
Yeah, but I'm just
in terms of because like we basically, this is the average. So we got all the results and we changed them into scales, and then we took the average of all the candidates. So we compared the average between male and females. So this is the average, and then we divided the average in terms of age groups. And then that's what we realized. For under 30, they had 30%, 34, and over 40, 35, and 30 to 40, we had 31. So basically, this is the scale of the average.
Yeah, now another method we use, look, for the highest level of satisfactions, we put a value of 18, and then we divided the participants based on their age and gender.
Oh, okay. Thank you for explaining.
Yeah.
Any other
Very
questions?
good. Thank you for those. Thank you for those technical explanations. So we're going to move to the panel now. Anne, can you spin your chair, please, and let us know what you felt about group number 4?
Well, group number 4, good job. Good job. I really liked your clear explanation of your methods and also of the survey limitations. I think adding the survey limitations was really good. Makes it clear that the limitation was you interviewed 10 people. So you didn't interview 10,000 people, obviously, but it's a good addition to your presentation. Really good. And I thought I actually really thought that the PowerPoint looks really good. You chose a theme, and I think it really works. Looks really nice. I mean, everyone's PowerPoints look good. I'm just saying this one looks really good as well. It's very effective. I love your use of pictures, and you used the bullet points really well. That was a good way to present little bits of information. So I didn't have to read a lot, so I could look and listen and see the graphs. Just one thing, make sure you pause on each slide. You took the time to make the slide. Give me time to look at the slide. Some of them you went by really quickly, and I was like, what? Didn't see it. Yeah, I thought it was really good. I liked it a lot. And especially you went and you found pictures. Let me see the picture. I want to look at it. Sorry, Ashley, is there anything you want to add? I forgot to ask you after the last 2 times. Is there anything you wanted to say?
No, look, I've guided these guys through this process, so I'm happy to take a back seat and just sit back and enjoy.
Okay. And so if you were guiding them through this process, why didn't you catch the problem with the age groups?
Because we live in an imperfect world, and I've always reminded my students that it's okay to make mistakes, and when you do make an error, it's an opportunity for growth.
I'm just joking.
I think we solved this issue in our slides.
Yeah, you did a good job. I noticed
It could also be because this group didn't send me a draft of their slides, whereas some other groups did.
Oh no, I was talking about from the Adam.
Sure. One thing I really liked about this, I loved the clarity of the slides, and I really like signposting. And in a way, what I'm talking about here is slides that you put in here saying, I'm going to talk about this section now. And here I am talking about this section. I really like those signposts because they help the person looking at the presentation navigate through that. I thought the transition between the speakers was very nice as well. And I think I'd say this to all the groups. It looks like these have been very well rehearsed because you're passing the baton between yourselves very, very well indeed. And that was the case in this area here. What would I say about in terms of critique as far as this one goes? I think the start of a presentation and the finish of a presentation, what I call the mount and the dismount of the presentation, are crucial times to grab people. And I think for next time, this group could think about how you're going to really grab us with the topic to start with, and how you're going to finish off with a really big point to finish. And so I think, that starting time and finish time are really critical points in a presentation. So I challenge this group next time they present to think about how you're going to grab people right at the beginning and finish off with something which is meaningful and sits with us. So I think that'd be a nice challenge for this group next time. But lovely, once again, extemporaneousness. You're talking naturally, and I really appreciated that with this group. Thank you very much. Angela and Joel, I think Joel may have gone on to another meeting. Angela, anything from you? All okay there? Did you want to make any comments?
Oh, why not? Look, great job, guys. And yes, very snappy looking. Good choice on, going with the corporate attire, which is something that not many of us are seeing at the moment. I miss it. I don't fit any of my clothes. I really like, and look, extra special shout out to Rahim, who you were able to go beyond the written words on the presentation slide and explain a little bit of what we were seeing. That was really good. But you broadly as a group did that well in general. So I guess the step up presentation wise is like Adam's mentioned before, where you go beyond the words on the slide, but you're actually explaining what we're seeing instead of just presenting us with the facts. You give us a little bit of give us a bit of yeah, background information to help explain what we're seeing, because you know, my math skills are pretty terrible and I love the extra explanation. So so that worked really well. You were all very clear. So great job, folks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Angela. Wonderful. Right, we've got the next group, which is group number 3, which is Mohammed Talkman, Fadi, and Emil, I think, are next up. So if they'd like to, when Abdul has stopped sharing, then the next group can come in and start. Thank you.
Just first, I want to show my deepest appreciation for all of you attending the last session in the English course. Let me crack it on. Yep. So,
thanks, Mohammed.
Life in Australia, Kangaroo has to be there. Just 1 second. Well, so hi all. My colleagues Fadi and Emal and I today coming to present our survey about life in Australia. My introduction will be a little bit about ice breaking. So why we choose the life in Australia? Well, this topic has advantages overweight disadvantages for us. First, this is a really wide topic. Have many aspects and many questions easily came across our minds without thinking for a long time. Came at the moment, and it's really makes sense for everyone. And the questions that we were thinking of is really, I think everyone's thinking of it the same. If you don't mind me, Adam, if I ask you, for example, if you want to move to Dubai to work there, what's the first thing you would think of? What's the first thing you would take in consideration, for example?
I would say cultural limitations that would concern me in terms of that question. Thank you.
Yep, that's included in our questions, one of the questions. And the other thing is it's really valuable for the foreigners, whoever living overseas. Unfortunately, the reputation of Australia is not really clear to everyone in the Middle East. Well, it's maybe because of the media is not showing all the sides of Australia. So this survey would help them to know the reality. What people in overseas thinking of in Australia is the snakes everywhere. They're coming out of the toilets. And the other thing is the bushfire. And even me, when I came to Australia, my mom was screaming and said, "Oh, you're gonna die there. If you're not going to pen out, I think you're gonna die because of the smoke." And when I came here, I saw there was nothing. Literally, I came 1.5 years before, and even though I couldn't smell the smoke. The other, and when I came here to Australia, I saw the life is really amazing, luxury and people respectful, and the other advantage of this survey is with people's opinion, we are able to open our eyes and know the other things that we haven't looked at during our time in Australia. Many people were suggesting visiting Tasmania, and I've never went to Tasmania, and I started searching about Tasmania and I saw these pictures I just want to share with you, and the wildlife in Australia. I started to search about the animals that Australia has, and some people mentioned about the stars, that we're living in the south side of the world, and we can see, we're the only continent in the world or country that can see stars that no one on the other side of the world can see. So that's amazing about Australia. Disadvantages, unfortunately, as you know, the questions are, the answers are relative to the who's responding. So a little bit of challenge. I would like to ask you guys what you can see in this picture. Anyone can answer?
A lady and I think something else.
What else?
There's a skull, a woman.
Skull.
Yeah.
Good, good. It works with me then. Yeah, so we can see here both. We've got two answers, and two of them with different different answers, sorry, answers. Yeah, because they're looking from different angles. What about this one?
I can see a bird as the nose, and then two horses, the feet representing the eye and the eyebrows.
Yeah.
The lips, background of a mountain, and sunset.
That's right. That's right. Great. So one of them works with me, but the other one didn't work. Anyway, so that means that people are looking from different angles, might have different opinion. So that was a struggle with us, and one of the disadvantages with this topic. We faced some issues with the group. We had some uncertainty in the answers, and the Google form responded to these answers in a wrong way, incorrect way. So, for example, people were answering kangaroo with double O, and the others are answering the kangaroo with one O's, and they added the both the answers as if they are different answers. And people here, the answers of people, this struggle was with only with open questions, and these answers were really similar, but still listed again and again, repeated again.